in the moment in which we live, that threats of contacting ICE do constitute threats of assault or threatened bodily injury, and could constitute a threat of imminent danger to you and or your child. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ms. Rodriguez-Castro, you are requesting a protection order in this matter. And so what I am going to do is have you testify to the specific reasons you're requesting this protection order, okay? And in order to do that, I would have to place you under oath to tell the truth. And if you're ready to proceed, we'll do that here now. Are you ready? All right, perfect. If you raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear under penalty of law that the testimony you will give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear, yes.
Perfect. And can you please state your full name for the court record?
Rosa Vicenta Rodriguez Castro.
All right, Ms. Rodriguez-Castro, can you please tell me specifics, not general terms, what happened to cause you to file a request for a protection order?
Okay. I'm having, Okay. So specific, it's that she's putting my daughter into this situation. She's defamating me, saying that.
Okay, hold on. You say she, I'm going to have you name a person.
Yes.
And then I
Sonia
want you to
James.
be specific about what's happened with her statements or actions to you. You're the one sitting here.
Okay, to me. The statements are that she didn't tell me.
Who is she?
Sonia James.
Okay, go ahead.
Didn't tell me straight. She told to my child's dad that I'm abusing my daughter. Also, she's been treating us in the apartment by saying that we are illegals. That we are illegals in the apartment, and she is gonna call the ICE.
And why is she in the apartment, same apartment that you're in?
Because I'm renting the other bedroom to her. And the issues start.
Are you roommates
Sonia
right now?
James.
So you're roommates right now?
Yes. So.
Okay. So who did she tell you that you were abusing your daughter?
Kevin Aponte is my daughter's dad.
Okay. And when did she do that?
On Friday.
Okay.
Friday, after I left her 30 days to live, which was on January 9th, she started escalating the problem, saying that first she went to the office, saying that we are illegals, that she's gonna call ICE, asking for the contract.
When did she go to the office saying you were illegals?
She went by the 30th of January. By the 30th of January, because the assistant told me what she did.
Okay.
She also was asking for the list, but she's not on the list of the apartment where we live. She's not on the list. I gave her 30 days notice because she didn't pay me on time, and I was really struggling on money.
Okay.
When I gave her 30 days, she started telling that she got sick because my place doesn't have living conditions, which is fake. She mentioned that, and she told me also I have a record where I tell her, okay, if you say it's not good in living conditions, leave my apartment. You had 30 days. I had a video where she says, okay, I'm gonna leave in 30 days. She didn't leave, but she's been going to the office to trying to ask for the list. My daughter's dad was trying to be an intermediate, like, hey, this is the space for my daughter and her mom. What do you need to leave? Because I have a demand of compliance that if she doesn't leave, everyone is leaving. She said she has to pay my hotel in February, or I move in March 1st, but she needs to leave by this month. Since then, they start talking, and since then, she starts sending messages to my daughter's dad, saying that my house is a toxic house. That I have the messages that she sent it to my daughter's dad, saying that I'm screaming, I'm taking all the kitchen stuff, I'm throwing all the kitchen stuff in my apartment, which is fake. She's putting like I'm a bad mother. She's putting she's interfering in my parenting confidence, Like, yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, and the other thing, it's about ICE. I have my visitor, which is my best friend, who helps me for 3 months taking care of my daughter. Before she moves to my place, I told her my auntie might come to help me with my daughter. But my auntie didn't come, and I told her my best friend is coming. So my best friend is legal with a tourist visa. She's here until March. But she started saying, like, in front of my best friend, oh, I'm going to call the ICE because this person is here watching the daughter, and give the Buffalo address. So she's kind of threatening to my visitor. And when she went to the office too, also, we got a police officer coming to our apartment because we got a little confrontation, and I didn't want to escalate. So I called the police. Hey, help me because I want her to be out by the 6th or I will lose my apartment. I don't want to lose my apartment. She's not in the list. She didn't even pay me February rent. So I'm still struggling on rent. And the police told me I cannot do anything. But I told him, I'm afraid because she's mentioning ICE. And she was like, when did I mention? We got a confrontation in front of the police, and also in front of the police, she says, I could call and make them to deport you. That's when the police.
And how many times did she do that?
She did. I feel one was in front of my visitor, second was in front of the police officer, and the third one was in the with assistant, because she told me, because she was scared too, because she started.
And are those 3 times happen within the last how many days?
And the first time was after I gave her the 30 days notice. I can tell January
something?
15. The second was when I put her when I gave her the demand of the plan.
Okay. All right. Then Ms. Rodriguez Castro, you are here requesting a temporary protection order, and what follows with that is a permanent protection order hearing. This court can grant a temporary protection order to prevent assaults and threaten bodily harm, to prevent stalking, if those threats occur such that imminent danger may exist to you, Ms. Rodriguez Castro. You've told me a number of things. You've told me that Ms. James, who is currently a roommate, has contacted the father of your child, stating that you are abusing your child and you have a toxic house. You've also, more importantly, you've also told me that on 3 occasions, beginning in around January 15, 2026, Ms. James has threatened to contact ICE on 3 separate occasions, which causes you to be afraid and causes you distress. The court finds in this environment, in the moment in which we live, that threats of contacting ICE do constitute threats of assault or threatened bodily injury, and could constitute a threat of imminent danger to you and or your child. I do find that there are grounds, sufficient grounds to establish the necessity of a temporary protection order, and I will grant your request until this is served on Ms. James. The temporary protection order is not in effect. It only becomes in effect when the temporary protection order is served personally on Ms. James. So what you will want to do now is you'll want to head to the court, back to the court clerk's window. They are going to give you the temporary protection order with a court date and time. That will be your permanent protection order hearing. You'll need to take that to the sheriff's department, and have the sheriff's department personally serve those documents on Ms. James. When you come back for the permanent protection order hearing, if you have any documents you wish to submit it as exhibits, you need 3 copies of those documents. So you need printed 3 copies of those documents. If anyone, you want anyone to testify, or you want somebody to testify to something they heard directly from her, but you didn't, or they wrote down in a document, you need to have that third party come in person to testify. Do you have any questions about that?
No, I'm just worried about my daughter. I'm just worried about my daughter. She mentioned that my apartment has holes. I have broken furniture, which is fake. I'm just wondering, like, since she's mentioning to my daughter's child that I have my holes on the door, I don't have it. I already recorded, but I'm worried like she could do something
Sure.
against me.
Just keep recording. You did the right thing to record what's in your apartment so that you can
and I just
substantiate
want
that.
to protect
Okay?
my daughter, my parenting, because I don't want to lose my daughter. I love her. If someone hears that I'm
I
abusing.
understand. And that makes perfect sense to me. Let me see. I will sign this protection order. And then, as indicated, you'll want to head back to the court clerk's window, okay?
Yes, I will go back.
All right. Then you're all set.
So should I take any papers or?
Nope. I'll put that for you. Thank you.
Thank you, sorry.
In this hearing, Vicent Rodriguez Castro seeks a temporary protection order against her roommate, Sonia James. After Vicent issued a 30-day eviction notice for unpaid rent, Sonia retaliated by falsely accusing Vicent of child abuse to the child's father, attempting to jeopardize Vicent's parental rights. Additionally, Sonia repeatedly threatened to call ICE to have Vicent and her visiting best friend deported. The judge concluded that, in today's climate, threatening to call immigration authorities constitutes a legitimate threat of assault and imminent danger. As a result, the judge granted the temporary protection order to keep Vicent and her child safe.